It says rec.
I would believe so.
I'm so sorry.
I am LG LaFura. I am a senior sports communication major. I have been a part of the drama club, I guess, if we're being technical, from the answer to your question one, from the technical answer, I guess it would be 3 months.
Hi, I'm Josh LaBrosse. I am a senior and I'm a communications major. I've been in it between a year and a half to 2 years now.
Joining the drama club, it's always been something I love doing, and it's something I wanted to do here. Hadn't gotten the chance to, of course. I took things very much in the job-based route here. Everything was focused on what my employment was. Everything was focused on what is going to get me to the best goal out of college, and I didn't really focus that much on the fun aspect of clubs and student organizations. Now, end of my senior year, I figured why not make the most of what little time I have left.
Honestly, it was more peer pressure from Jenny, who's a big part of this club. Interestingly enough, she wrote me in as a character for the first show I was in as the nervous, paranoid RA, and kind of loosely based off like how I am in real life, which may be a little overdramatic, but that's originally how I got into it. I was kind of, encouraged to join because the drama club needed more men as part of their cast, and honestly, ever since I've been here, it's been a lovely experience, and I haven't looked back since.
So during my time on campus, I have been a large part of the 1851 Chronicle. There I was a staff writer pretty heavily for 2 years before moving into print sports editing for the last 2 years. I've also been a part of the radio station since I was a freshman as well. In that sense, I did social media privately for one show for a year. I then moved on air with that same show the next year, and then into the news department before eventually taking over here as the station manager for my senior year. And then I've also served a little bit with LCTV in these last couple months as well to help them out with some staffing shortages in recent time. Yeah, so the show itself is a cabaret, which I've gotten to do 2 prior to this, back in my hometown community theater, or technically the town next to me, community theater, did 2 Christmas shows. And cabaret effectively is a bunch of different pieces taken from different places, all brought together to create some sort of story and to create some sort of event that all is interwoven together. So for this, our theme is all based around dream roles, and the roles we wish we had, the roles we wish we could, in some cases tends to be roles we wish we could do again. And so with that, I got the opportunity to take a look at some of the roles that over the last, if I've been, 3rd grade to, oh gosh, would this technically be 16th grade? So for the last 13 years, of theater, there's definitely a lot of roles that I either haven't gotten the chance to do or I didn't get that I got to kind of explore a little bit. Auditioned originally with a song from Shrek because I love some of the stuff from the full version that I didn't get to do in my role as Shrek in the junior version. Ended up settling into the role of Harold Hill, though, which has been one of my dream roles for a very long time.
Leading up to the show, there's a lot of uncertainties, but I think we grew really close through that experience, but there's also a lot of good inside jokes that all of us developed, and we kind of all had a very good way of laughing through the good and the bad times as well. For the spring cabaret, I would just say just being able to work with everybody on all the songs with everybody in them, and especially with the newer members, getting to kind of know them more personally, as well as being able to work on certain scenes like in Grease Lightning. I really loved doing the choreography for that, and it was a very cool experience where I kind of get to express a little bit more swagger than I usually do normally.
I love the group I'm working with. I was not really sure what to expect because you go into any new situation and it's a different group of people, it's a different dynamic, even within within sex. If I were to go to a different newspaper, school's newspaper, I would be in a similar situation where it's a different dynamic than what there is at the Chronicle. And so I was a little apprehensive about that joining the drama club, if I would, fit into that group. But from an actor standpoint, everyone has been so fun to work with, and everyone has been, very encouraging, and we all have a laugh every time we're there. As far as from a directorial standpoint, with Julia and Carissa, very supportive and very trusting. And so my long-term goal after college has always been to get home. And so last summer, when my family and I had the opportunity to purchase the Adirondack Popcorn Company in Lake Placid, New York, it checked every box I could have possibly asked for. I mean, getting home, being near family, and having something I can call my own were really my three main things I wanted out of my postgraduate career. I wasn't sure how I was going to get that with communication, because it's very hard to, start your own publication, start your own, you name it within this all, start your own studio. All of that is a very long and not very paying road. And so I wasn't really sure how I was going to get to that self-sufficiency in this career. This now allows me to do that. It gives me the flexibility to, explore a new city that I really am falling in love with Lake Placid, but also be near my roots in Saratoga as well. Oh my gosh, yes. There have been a lot of challenges in terms of owning a popcorn company. As a whole, we know very little about the industry itself. We know very little about running a retail store itself, and it's a very different game. Obviously, we knew it was going to be a different game when we came into this, but that doesn't make the challenges of that learning curve any easier. I personally also have had a lot of, I would say, conflict in the whole process of being a senior and owning a business is a very big change. And knowing what you're going to do already and having started it. I mean, I went home and we closed over my winter break. I was working towards the things I'm going to be working for in the summer all winter. And then all of a sudden I have to come back here and pretend I wasn't already doing my job that I'm supposed to be doing in 4 months' time. And I'm supposed to, as much as I do find meaning here, and I 100% love LaSalle, and I love the radio station, I love the drama, I love everything, but it became harder to get myself motivated to be here when
After college, that's, very uncertain, but I definitely, if I'm able to, want to get involved as much as possible in theater, because prior to me transferring here in the spring of 2022, I had no prior experience in singing, theater, dancing, none of that, acting. And honestly, ever since, I found the right crowd of people, I was mentored by those, who kind of came before me, in the sense that, people who've been in the drama club before, and our great music director, Carissa, who kind of inspired me and showed me that I do have talent for theater. I can definitely say that it is something that if I have the opportunity to pursue or help work on, I would definitely love to do that.